Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown today. Going to be building a Mega Diancie team and then testing it out on the OU ladder, of course, and we'll be making any changes to the team that we do feel are necessary, and the final team will be down below in the description for all of you to try out. So, I know the fan art actually has a regular Diancie in it, and the reason for that is I couldn't find any Mega Diancie fan art that fit the dimensions of Pokemon Showdown, so we're rolling with this for today, and that's why that's a thing. But looking at the Mega Diancie set that we're running right here, we're just going with the 4 attacks variant. I definitely think HP Fire can help out with stuff like Mega Scissor and Ferrothorn, which like to switch in. I mean, Protect is great too, you could always go with it to help out with stuff like Landa. You can Scut for Scarf Lando turn 1 and pivot out, but I really like the HP Fire, and it's definitely what I'm used to, so we're going to be going with that right now. Just standard max, special attack, max speed Timid right here. And yeah, we're actually going with Power Gem over Diamond Storm just because I don't want to miss any Diamond Storms this live, and when we have so much special attack investment, I don't really see the reason to not run Power Gem right now, so we're going with that. And when I'm looking at Pokemon that I want to add to the team right away, Mega Diancie definitely struggles with Chansey. I believe that's like the one big Pokemon in the tier that can like reliably switch into anything without having to predict, because chances are a lot of the other Pokemon are going to get hit by one of these moves pretty hard, but Chansey kind of stops all of that, so I want a reliable way to break through Chansey. Now there's several options. Choice Band Hoopa is definitely there. I don't think I want to run Choice Band Hoopa today. I kind of overused that Pokemon. We could add a Koko Lucha core right away, but that's kind of like a WinCon core. You really don't want to bring in Hawlucha to break a Chansey early game or anything like that. I could go with a Rock's Chomp. That could also help out against Toxapex because, believe it or not, that actually lives 2 Earth Powers Toxapex, so I think maybe SD Chomp could work out here. We could also make it our Stealth Rocker because I'm not running Stealth Rocks on Diancie either. We're going with 4 attacks. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's run max attack, max speed right here, and I think we'll make a Dragonium Z. And then maybe we can add some Pokemon that appreciate Lando being weakened later, because Lando goes down to +1 Dragonium Z after Rocks. So yeah, we're going to go with Stealth Rock SD, and then we're going to go with Outrage and Earthquake right here. So that definitely looks good, and we'll go ahead and run Dragonium Z. So now we have a pretty reliable way to break through Lando. Obviously we don't really switch into Lando with this thing, so that's something we do have to consider. But I definitely like the idea now. Mega Diancie kind of provides hazard control with Magic Bounce. It's more just a hazard deterrent. It may make people not click it right away, but I really don't want to switch it in to Pokemon that set up hazards, because opposing Pokemon that set up hazards like Tran and Landorus T kind of OHKO you, so it's not the most reliable switch in right there. So I would love something to be able to Defog is the main idea right now. So I mean, we could go with Defog Tapu Fini, but that would weaken my Dragonium Z, and I really don't like that, so we can go with another Ashgren switch in later if I do feel the need to add one of those. But I mean, maybe Rotom Wash could work out here too. It starts the form of a Volt Turn core, but I don't know, I feel like it's not very strong, and we don't really have any super solid wall breakers on the team yet. Like, these are really strong Pokemon, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Rotom Wash works best with something like Choice Band Hoopa or Choice Specs Blacephalon. So maybe I can go with the Defog Koko right here. And we already used our Z-move user though, so I don't really know what I want to run here. We could go with a Lefties No Bulk. I know it's kind of a gimmick, but I kind of want to try that. Leftovers No Bulk Koko. I feel like the extra health that you're provided with leftovers can actually help you out in some scenarios against like Hawlucha's high jump kick, for example. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that right now because you switch in, you get a turn of lefties on the SD, and then you're guaranteed out of range of that high jump kick. And now, if they're running Poison Jab, that's a different story. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna run Pivot Defog Koko right here with no bulk. And we're still going to run Roost, and then we're going to go with the U-turn. I don't really want to run Volt Switch just because I still want to be able to get some sort of momentum into Garchomp and Diancie if I can. So that's what we're going to run right here, and we'll just go ahead and go with no bulk, as I said, just this spread right here. And I guess we'll go with minus attack. There's really no reason to... Actually, I guess the bulk might end up... I mean, the damage might end up mattering against something like Hoopa. Maybe I should just go with minus defense, because I want a little bit of Spadef to help out with Ashgren's Water Shuriken if I can. So now we have Defog on the board. Not that we were super weak to hazards earlier, but it's definitely nice. Like, T-Spikes are really annoying, and this is a really reliable Koko switch in. Obviously, regular Toxic Pex could be really annoying, but we'll deal with it. Now, in terms of Pokemon that I want to continue adding, still no Water Resist, which is a problem. I mean, Tapu Bulu is an option, but once again, that weakens my Garchomp's Earthquake. It kind of makes it so that I can't run any other Tapus. I mean, I could run Scarf Lele. Fairy Spam could actually be really viable here. And it also helps out in terms of like preventing priority moves from like a Mega Scissor. Actually, that sounds really good because if I run Lele and I get in Mega Diancie under terrain, I can't get bullet punched under terrain, and then we have the HP Fire Tech to help out against Mega Scissor. So I think we're actually going to do that. We're going to go with Tapu Lele right here. Still no water resist, which is really interesting. So it's funny because we can't run 2 of the Tapus, but I'm running the other 2. So we're going to go ahead and go with the spread right here, and we'll go with Timid, of course, and then Moonblast. We'll just go with Psychic. I feel like we have reliable ways to break Chansey at this point. And then I guess what we'll do right here is go with Hidden Power Fire on this too. Just because like I really want to catch Steel types if I can. And then maybe Focus Blast to help out with Heatran right here. It's just standard 4 attacks Lele. I like it, I'm not gonna lie, and we should probably put this 4 into Spidef too. It doesn't really make a difference. Anyway, when I want to continue adding Pokemon, still no water resist right here. I know I've been mentioning that a lot, but yeah, like we got washed by Ashgren right here. So maybe I can add. I mean, I still can't add Feeny. I could add Toxapex. I mean, yeah, T-Spike support could help Mega Diancie out too, in terms of being able to 2-hit KO Pokemon like Mew on the switch in. And I mean, I guess it would just get like absorbed by opposing Toxapex, which is kind of unreliable. And I don't want Toxic Spikes going up on my side of the field anyway, and our only hazard control is Defog, so yeah, I don't think Toxic Spikes are the best option right here. We could go with the Rocks Clef. I mean, that's still no water resist, and we already have a Rocker. This is tough. I actually don't know what to do. We could go with Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is a reliable Ash Greninja switch, and we could make it even more Spidef than usual, and run like 216 Spidef. Let's try that. Let's see what we can do right here. So, if we were to run this, we could go with... Like, we would go with max HP, and then I believe Standard runs 164 in Spidef, and then 92 in Defense. Now, that still makes us pretty weak to Ash Greninja, so I think maybe what I want to do is go with 216, which I believe makes it so that we don't get 3-hit KO'd by Dark Pulse if they flinch us, because a lot of players like to do that. They just go for the flinch, but I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do it. I think I'll just go with 164, and then put the 92, and if we get flinched, then I will change it, but we'll go with minus speed right here, and we'll put 0 IVs in speed to help out our Gyraball. And then we'll run Gyraball right here, Power Whip, Spikes, and Leech Seed. So just standard annoying Ferrothorn right here. The main reason why I'm adding it is just for the water resist and Ash Greninja switch in. Obviously Keldeo is a giant threat to the team just because the dual stab covers Ferrothorn as well. But we'll go with the lefties now. And I mean, I feel like we can check the Keldeo if we can just predict right. Like, if it's Scarf Keldeo, that's the big threat, because it outspeeds my Scarfer, it's able to check Diancie, Koko with Hydro Pump, but I feel like we can make the correct sack and play around it just based on that, so it looks pretty good. 1 slot left, and I mean, we have a Fairy Resist on the team now too, which is something I lacked before, so that's great. I would love a secondary one though, because if Ferrothorn's too pressured, then we could be put in a bad spot. I don't know, maybe Magnezone? I mean, it would be helpful to trap Steel types, but I mean, Koko pressures Celesteal and Skarmory all day, and it just roosts up on them too, so I feel like that's not too much of a trouble. I mean, granted, we still have all these other, like, Pokemon that don't appreciate Steel types, but, I mean, we can deal with it. I mean, when I say Steel types, obviously Garchomp's Earthquake is there, but, I mean, Celesteal and Skarmory are not going to be hit by that. Maybe Heatran could work out here, but what would Heatran really do for me? I already have a Stealth Rocker, and I already have a Fairy Resist. I mean, we could still run it. I don't know, what other let's check out Heatran here. What other options are there? Like, okay, if I'm running Heatran, I would definitely go with the Rocks. A secondary Rocker could be helpful. Just because I would love to be able to 2-hit KO Mew with Mega Diancie's Moonblast. And then, obviously, Magma Storm would be there. Then maybe Earth Power. And then Taunt? I mean, this is just a standard spread, but maybe I just forego the double Rocks. And I feel like the double Rocks is really helpful. I don't know, let's scroll through these moves right here. What could be helpful? We could go with Nature Power. We do have 2 Tapus on the team. Nature Power actually sounds super fun. Like, if I Nature Power Pelipper under Electric Terrain, that could be super fun. I kind of want to try it, I'm not going to lie. We're going to run Nature Power. And I'm going to go with lefties right here, just because, I mean, obviously we already have, like, a Z-move users, so I kind of like the idea. Maybe I could go with, like, Shikaberry. I don't know, what I kind of want to run, like, a unique Heatran spread. I'm not going to lie, just for the heck of it. We could go with AV-Tran and just run, like, 4 attacks, but I don't know, that's kind of bad. Let's just run lefties, and then we'll make the Spidef too, but we'll make it a little bit more offensive. I think I'll put 128 in this, 128 here, and then That's not 128. And then max HP. I mean, standard runs 128 SPDF, but I kind of want to go with a little bit more offensive spread just because we have the nature power, of course. That is a natural gift, not nature power. Does it get nature power? It does, okay. I'm so glad I realized that. And what I can do now is just go with perhaps... I looked at it and saw nature power. Did I click on natural gift and then assume it was nature power earlier? I probably did. I think we'll go with SPDF. And then that looks good to me. Now the question is, do I go with Taunt or Rocks? I mean, they both have benefits. Taunt prevents recovery. I feel like we need Taunt. Like, we need either Taunt or Toxic to stall break, right? So we'll go with Taunt and just forego the Rocks on this set. And that definitely looks good to me. If I get to nature power something, like, for example, a Toxapex under Psychic Terrain, or a Tapu Koko, Electric Terrain providing it for Pelipper, that could be really cool. But yeah, I think that's going to be the team. We've used all our EVs. Obviously, we can change anything that we want to while we're battling, and I'll be right back with our first game. Okay, so I got the first game with the team right here. Very, very weak to SD Garchomp and Heatran, so that could be very cool. In terms of leads right here, I think Diancie just does the job, because it can live one hit from Beedrill and just throw off an attack. I mean, obviously Rocks would be better right here, but I'll go for a Power Gem, in case he wants to stay in instead of U-turning. As he does, and I got rid of Beedrill turn 1, so I don't know why he didn't U-turn to Chansey. I guess he expected Rocks to go up, but... I mean, Beedrill's gone. I mean, Beedrill wasn't the biggest threat, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, it was a pretty big threat. Yeah, it was pretty big. Just because, like, it's able to pressure my E-turn with the Drill Run, and I'm not Scarf Koko, of course. Out comes Tapu Lele. I can just go out into probably Ferrothorn. It's expendable. Yeah, let's just go Ferrothorn here. If he HP Fire is a good play, but he just goes for Psychic, and it appears as though he is Choice Scarf, or maybe Fightinium Z. But I can get up a Spike here. I can just throw off a Leech Seed. Let's get a Leech Seed going as he goes out into the Zapdos. Okay, cool. I can go here into my Heatran maybe, as he may switch out again, but that's totally cool. He goes for Discharge, and I get to Para, of course, but I'm glad I didn't go Diancie right there, as what I can do now is just go right for the... maybe Magma Storm here? Okay, actually hitting this would be great. Unfortunately, I do not. But what I can do now is just go back to Ferrothorn on the S-Toss, which is totally cool with me. And just throw off another Leech Seed right here, as he's continuing to go Zapdos, so... I don't know if he's actually trying to Roost. I'll go Koko this time, just because... once again, I don't want to risk Diancie or anything like that, so... yeah, this is okay with me. Sucks that my Heatran got paralyzed, though, I'm not gonna lie. He goes for Heat Wave, so I don't even know if Diancie would have survived that, but... I think he's in range of Thunderbolt, so I'm just gonna go for that. As he makes the smart play and goes out into Chansey. What I can do here is just U-turn out again, and bring in my Ferrothorn. And I'm just going to double to Garchomp this time. Expecting the thing to come out, the Zapdos. Yeah, I think that's an okay play, just because I can SD up. And it may pressure out Avalog, but I think Avalog... does Avalog get sturdy? I feel like it might. I'm going to go for a Spike here, actually. I mean, it'll just Defog, yeah, so I should have made the play and gone out into the other Pokemon. I'll go Diancie this time, as he goes for the Roost. And just click Power Gem. And bring him all the way down on the Defog. And just click Power Gem again here. There's really no point in predicting around him, just because I can eventually pressure his team with Garchomp enough. So perhaps what I should do here is just go here into my Ferrothorn on the S-Toss, and I don't know how well Zapdos takes my attack. I'll go for a Gyarados here in case he goes Zapdos. And I get rid of Zapdos there, which is definitely good for me. Brings out Victini. Is this Z Celebrate? If it is, I feel like I have to go hard Garchomp on the Z Celebrate, and I feel like I'd live a stored power from full. So let's go right for this. Yeah, I'm able to live that, and I can go right here for a nice attack. Bring him all the way down, but do I have a Pokemon that can live the attack at this point? Heatran will live one. I just gotta not get paralyzed. So actually, the sack here is not Mega Garchomp, it's my Ferrothorn. No, but then I could put myself in a bad spot against Lele late game. I don't know, Tapu Koko might be the sack here. No, I think I can knock him out with Tapu Lele after, so... I mean, no, he's +1 SPDF. Let's calc Tapu Lele. I mean, I would be providing him Psychic Terrain, but I really need to double check this. Can Scarf Lele knock out Victini? OU Celebrate. Psychic at +1 SPDF. So I do 21 to 25, he is at 22, so that's a good roll. Can I live +1 stored power? Under terrain? I could live it. Is that all the stat boosts? No. Yeah, so Lele can take this out. It's just a question of what do I sack here. And I think I'm going to sack my Koko. Just because I need my Garchomp, so he knocks me out. Let's go Tapu Lele now, and I should be able to live the... I gave him +1 everything, right? Yeah, okay. I should be able to live and knock him out here with the Psychic, assuming I don't get a terrible roll. Come on, just get a good roll here, Tapu Lele. Oh, he actually has V-Create, so... He just took a ton of drops. He lost his speed, so... I guess that's good. I can go Garchomp here and take him out now with a nice Earthquake. As he goes out into Avalugg. I mean, I can go Heatran on this. He may have Earthquake though, so I'll go Ferrothorn instead. As he goes for Earthquake. This allows me to get a free Gyro Ball off on either a Victini sack, which is going to happen, or something else, right? So now he has to go Tapu Lele, and I guess try to knock me out with HP Fire here. HP Fire or Focus Blast? I'm going to Gyro Ball, because it does go for HP Fire, but I do live it, which is cool. And I believe that might be the game now, because he's going to try it. Okay, so he goes Chansey. I mean, I feel like my Heatran will beat his team, assuming I don't get hacked or anything like that. So yeah, all I gotta do here is Power Up him, as he just decides to outspeed me and go for that. I'll go right here into my Garchomp now, and just go right for an Outrage. I feel like the play is Stealth Rock. No, the play is Outrage. I should have SD'd. Okay, let's just let him knock me out here. And then bring out Mega Diancie. Avalugg will outspeed my Heatran. Yeah, that's the problem. Avalugg's gonna outspeed my Heatran and knock me out. So I gotta double out here on the Chansey, and I gotta get this right. I gotta go for the Magma Storm and hit, and then I win the game. Nice. And now all I do is taunt him and wear him down with this. Let's just continue clicking Magma Storm. And that should be it. I'm breaking through every time. Yeah, so it looks like we're able to win this game because of that. All I gotta do is spam Earth Power. And then bring in Diancie here and click Power Gem, and that'll be game number 1 right there. So definitely got very close at the end, but we were able to pull through, beat the semi-stall team, which is cool. I'll go ahead and drop a GG, and I'll be right back with another game. Okay, I got the next game right here. My opponent's team is very weak to my Mega Diancie, but I'm going to struggle against Koko Lucha. I got to keep my Koko healthy, and I really hope he's not Poison Jab, because other than that, I kind of get 6-0'd. So I actually have the wrong ability on my Garchomp. Let me go ahead and change that right now to Rough Skin and go from there. So perhaps what I can do right here is lead off with my Heatran, maybe? I don't know. If he leads Lando, I kind of want to know whether it's Scarf. I'm going to lead Koko here. So he leads Lando. Let's see whether my Intimidate goes first or Terrain goes first. So I don't want to take Rocky Helmet damage if he has Rocky Helmet, because that'll put me in range of the high jump kick. So I'll just switch out here into my Garchomp. I don't know. I feel like he's going to Earthquake. He just goes for Rocks. Okay. That's not a big deal. What I can do now is just go right for a... Maybe I just Z Outrage right away. Just weaken him. Yeah. As he's able to live, which is unfortunate. And bring me pretty low. I think I just knock him out here, but that'll give him Battle Bond, which is like really lame. I'm just going to do it anyway. And now he gets to go Gran and get Battle Bond, which is like, it's pretty scary. But we can try to play around it. Let's hope he's Protean. That would be like best case. Yeah, he's Battle Bond. I don't know why he... I guess he expected Scarf, but I just showed my Z moves, so I don't know why he did that. So now what I can do is just bring out my Tapu Lele here and get a kill with Psychic. And that looks good to me. Goes Zam. I don't think this lives 2. Okay, now it definitely doesn't live 2. So that's pretty cool. I don't think it lived 2 either way. Yeah, because if crit did 80, then non-crit would have done above 55. Ferrothorn's my switch-in. I don't know if Ferrothorn takes 2, but I mean, it's my best play. That thing is so strong. Okay, let's hope he like low rolls this time. Nice. Okay, so I guess it was a roll on Ferrothorn, and we were able to get it in our favor right there. So I'm still pretty scared about Hawlucha. Goes Koko. But once Hawlucha's gone, I win with Lele plus Diancie, so I'll just go right here for a Power Whip. As he goes for the Volt, he has to go Pex here. And actually, there's a way I can just prevent him from setting up with Hawlucha, and that's with my Tapu Lele. So I guess he'll go Toxapex. Yeah, he has to go Pex. And in response to Pex, I can just go Koko. But if Koko takes damage, that's so bad. I just gotta be careful to not give him terrain after. So I can change terrain up on him and probably just get a couple kills right now. So let's go right for Psychic. And I believe this guarantees the win, because the only way he's going to set up with Hawlucha is if he goes back to Koko, sacks it, and then goes Hawlucha after. Yeah, so he goes for Scald. What I can do now is just go for another Psychic, knock him out, and then he'll be going out into Tapu Koko now, right? I can Psychic again here, as he's going to try to knock me out, right? But he has to go out into Hawlucha now, and I can just click Psychic here, as he's going to knock me out, of course. And then I can go out into Tapu Koko after. Click Thunderbolt here, as he can't knock me out. And then I believe we are good to go. He goes for High Jump Pick. As I said, it can't knock me out. And then we'll be able to win the game with Heatran and such. I'll just go for Thunderbolt, as we won the speed tie, which obviously didn't matter, because I could have just not Mega Evolved my Diancie and still knocked him out, so that's going to be a GG. He already left the battle, so I'll be right back with another one. Okay, so my next opponent here has a team with a Pelipper on it, so you already know what I'm going to be trying to do with that Nature Power right here. But let's lead off with my Diancie first, in case he doesn't lead Alola-Tails. Leads off with Swampert. I think I have to go Ferrothorn here, so I'll just go ahead and do that right now. I don't know, I could just stay in. He goes for Earthquake, okay, so I mean, here I just get to Power Whip, as he goes Pelipper and I unfortunately miss. I can bring out Tapu Koko, or I can just get up a Spike. Now, I gotta keep Ferrothorn healthy for Swampert, so I don't know, it's a tough spot. I can also just go for Leech Seed if I want to do that. Okay, he is clearly specs Pelipper. Okay. Okay, I was hoping to catch him with the Nature Power, but I guess I didn't have terrain up anyway, so let's just go for the... I mean, I don't have Earthquake responses on this team. Yeah, I don't see how I stop this Mon. Guess what I'll do is go out into that. And then, I guess what I can do here is maybe go... I gotta wait until Rain is gone, which is 4 turns. It's gonna be a brutal 4 turns. Okay, let's go Garchomp here. And maybe I'll live an Ice Punch. Got blown away. Why did this weather go away so fast? Oh, did I knock off Damp Rock, or is he just not Damp Rock? I guess he's not Damp Rock. Okay, I'll go here into Tapu Lele, and just go right for a Psychic. As he goes Ferrothorn, that's fine. I can go Heatran now. So I could Nature Power here, but I'm just going to... I mean, he has no reason not to click Hydro Pump if he has it. Skull just O-Code. Okay, you know what? If I'm going to lose this game, I'm going to do it by Nature Powering him. Get out of there. And I still lose, but that was funny. So let's see what he does. He just goes Swampert, yeah. Is there a Pokemon that I can preserve for last that can maybe win the game? I would need 2 Pokemon, and that would be Lele and Diancie, so the answer is no, I can't win this game. Because all he does is go for Earthquake, and then... I mean, if I had Protect, maybe, but I unfortunately do not. I'll go Diancie here and just maybe not Mega Evolve and live, perhaps. He has Aqua Tail, okay. And then I don't even know if I knock him out. I guess I'll try to crit right here. But even then, it's not going to be enough to win. That's the wrong move. I just misclicked, but I wouldn't have won anyway. So that guy's able to win. Wow, Earthquake is so strong. He has to be Adamant Swampert. Okay, we got the Nature Power KO, which is cool, but I got completely blown away. I had no Rain matchup, so that was the main thing right there. Like, if he had Kingdra, then I definitely had no chance, but... yeah, it is what it is. I guess I let my Ferrothorn get weakened, which is a mistake, but I'll be right back with another game. Okay, so I unfortunately got beat down in the last game right there. This opponent is a very weak to Choice Scarf Tapu Lele. All I gotta do is weaken Magearna a little bit. So I think what I'll do here is lead off with Koko, because if he leads off with Landorus, we can find out whether or not it is Choice Scarf right away. And I guess if it is, then I just lose to Earthquake anyway, so maybe I should just lead off with something that threatens it. I don't know, maybe Scarf Lele here could pressure it, but then if I just lose that Mon, that sucks. Let's leave Koko and at least scout for the Scarf. And if he leads off with something else, I guess that'll be okay, because I can live a Leaf Blade from Kartana. And I'm pretty sure my attack just O-Co's that Mon, so that's pretty cool. And other than that, he's pretty weak to... I don't know, Landorus is a giant threat. That's kind of an oversight when I built this team, but we can beat it with our own Scarfer if it is Scarf, as well as my Garchomp, so that all looks okay. There's Landorus. Let's see if Intimidate goes before Terrain. It does not. So there's the Intimidate. I can go for U-turn here. Helmet? Nope. As he just goes for Earthquake. Okay, that's fine. What I'll do here is go for Devastating Drake and really hope he stays in, because that would be a really good step forward, because Landorus is a giant threat, of course. I mean, it helps that it's not Scarf. Let's see if this OHKOs or whether he's actually... Yeah, just knocked him out, okay. So big threat gone, which is cool. I have a Scarf Lele for Gyarados, so I don't know if he's actually going to try that. I wish I had Thunderbolt, but unfortunately I am Focus Blast. Goes Gallade here. I mean, he's going to click what? Zen Headbutt? I have no reason to sack my Koko. Do I just throw this mon away? Pressures Magearna nicely. I'm just worried about giving him free Volt switches if he has that. But I guess it doesn't really matter because he would have the advantage anyway. Goes for Drain Punch. I was kind of expecting to live, but I guess this works anyway. I could go for a Speed Tie. Is it really a Speed Tie if I live, though? I don't know. The other option's Tapu Lele, right? Or maybe Koko here. But I don't think Koko is gonna... Let's calc. Diancie against Gallade. So close combat would knock me out. Let's calc regular Diancie. Close combat would not knock me out, and I would still knock him out because of close combat drop. So let's see if he makes the mistake right here of giving me this mon. And I'll just go for Moonblast right here. Yeah, I'm not playing for the tie, I'm just playing for him choking right here and giving me the Gallade for no reason. He should go Magearna if he's Assault Vest. If he's not Assault Vest, I'll know and I can Earth Power it after. Because I needed a weakened, of course. Because I can just go Heatran too. But then I could put myself in a bad spot against Kartana. My opponent's trying to figure out whether he wants to switch out here into a Magearna or just stand and take the damage. Because, like, I don't know if he recognizes the fact that I could just not Mega Evolve, live the hit, and then knock him out, right? Yeah, there's nothing he can do to knock me out. That's minus defense, too, and I'm not even minus defense. I guess a crit would knock me out. And that would be pretty suck, so that would suck a lot. Let's see what he does here, though, because nothing else takes a Moonblast besides Magearna, so his options are Close Combat or Magearna. Unless he's really expecting an Earth Power to come out, but that would kind of be a bad play on my end, because if he just stays in, then I don't knock him out with Earth Power even after this Bidef drop. Is he going to time out? I really hope he doesn't time out. That would be pretty lame. Okay, come on, do you want to choose a move? I kind of want to see how this endgame plays out, because, like, my Scarf Tapu Lele has a really good shot here, but so does this Kartana, right? So I'll be right back once he chooses to play. Okay, so we did decide to go Magearna, and it was not Assault Vest, so this is a big decision. Do I go Heatran? The problem with Heatran is if he goes out into Gallade on a Volt Switch, I just lose a Pokemon. But if I Earth Power here and weaken him for Tapu Lele, that could put me in a good spot, so let's do that. And ideally he Volt Switches. He actually goes for Calm Mind, and I got a drop on him, so... I mean, Magearna's out of the picture now. And I think I might be able to just sweep him with Scarf Psychic at this point. I mean, it might be Scarf Kartana, of course, but let's go for another Earth Power here. And figure it out. I have Power Gem for Gyarados, so that's not a problem. But yeah, that definitely put me in an advantageous position. I don't know why he Calm Minded. I mean, even without the drop, I still knocked him out. 62, 1.5 of 6. Like, without the crit, I would do 41. So yeah, he's at 34. So, I mean, without the drop right now, if I would still be doing 41%, so... Let's see what he does right here. I guess he really expected me to switch out into Heatran, maybe, but... Like, then I would be relying on Magnezone hitting, of course, and that would just put me in an even worse spot right here, but... I believe with that, we might have the game secured. I mean, it would depend on whether he specs Koko. Does go Gyarados. I have Power Gem here, and I think that OHKOs him. Goes Gallade. So he's pivoting it around well, for sure. I'm gonna go Lele here. No, there's no reason. Lele wins the game. I'm just gonna go, maybe... What's expendable here? Maybe Ferrothorn is expendable? As he tries to catch something. And now what I can do is just go right for a Gyro Ball. And he tried to SD up on another switch, which I don't get, but... I mean, I knocked him out. I guess maybe I should have not done that because it could put me in a bad spot against something else, but here must play as hard Lele on the sub. Are you Z-move? Nope, and I'm pretty sure this goes down after the sub damage, right? Oh, it actually lived it, but wow, that thing is weak. If he had Z-move, he should have gone for it right there, but... It looks like I'll be able to knock out the Gyarados, and then he has one win con left, which is Kartana, and... I just gotta be smart about Kartana right here. So he goes Magearna. I mean, I should preserve Lele just because Okay, so what move could Cortana lock itself into to win? Just because if it's not Scarf, Cortana just wins, so... If it's not Scarf... I mean, what move could Cortana lock itself into? Sacred Sword, I have Koko on this. He's going for the Sacred Sword one, clearly. Maybe I'll just go hard Koko. As he goes for Shift Gear, okay. I'll go for the Thunderbolt here. I feel like he might Calm Mind. He would have to have Focus Blast and hit it. And even then, does that even knock out my Heatran? I don't think so. Maybe. So is the play there to stay in? I don't think so, because if he attacked, then I was in a bad spot. Latopi is just like Bolt Beam. He was Shift Gear, Calm Mind, Bolt Beam. That would be the set, right? And that can't really break my Koko. So he tries to Calm Mind. I think I live anything. Bolt Beam, I should live that. And then... I mean, Scarf Sacred Sword is what's scaring me. Maybe I should switch out here. Because he's going to go for what? Ice Beam, right? So let's go Heatran. Scarf Sacred Sword is so scary late game. Because Diancie can't take it. Everything's going to go down. So I have to preserve Koko for Scarf Sacred Sword. And go Heatran here. And Latopi goes for Ice Beam, doesn't freeze me, and I'm good to go. Yeah, there's the Ice Beam, which he should go for. I can Earth Power here. He shouldn't have Pain Split. He should be Bolt Beam, right? So I get rid of that, which is cool. I don't know. I feel like the Cortana might win anyway. It'll depend on a few things. Does Diancie live +1 Sacred Sword? Goes Koko. I'll Earth Power here. It's actually physical with Wild Charge. Is it Scarf? I feel like I'm gonna go Ferrothorn. And just get up a Spike for my Thunderbolt, basically. Because I think after Spike, Cortana will go down to Thunderbolt, but before it won't. Actually gets up screens here. So it's probably Timid. Do I have a Defogger? I do have a Defogger. It's my Koko. Let's get rid of these. So he's clearly not Scarf Cortana then. He's SD Cortana. Would he really be setting up screens for Scarf Cortana? Okay, yeah, get rid of those. Go for Thunderbolt here. And then I believe I'm fine. Because he actually took the spike damage, I just realized, because my Defog went off after, so... Thunderbolt should knock out both of these. He is Scarf, but he tries to Sacred Sword instead of Leaf Blading. Had he Leaf Bladed and then switched out, he might have actually been able to win. Thunderbolt here. And that's going to be the game right there. So we're able to go ahead and win. I think he might have actually had a chance had he just... Okay, let's call it Diancie. Diancie. OU offensive against Cortana. Scarf. Sacred Sword. Okay, yeah, Cortana would have lived +1 Sacred Sword. That's special attack. The Diancie, not Cortana, Diancie would have lived, and that's minus defense too, so yeah, I think we would have won either way, but we're able to go ahead and win at the end, and I'll be right back with another game. Okay, I got the next game right here. Same sort of thing, like, the Lando lead is really problematic if it is Scarf. I think I'll probably just lead off here with the Garchomp. He actually leads Feeny, so he gets that right. Now, would damage on Feeny help out anything? Because I could just Earthquake and, like, call it, just do that, but... I mean, SD is the other play. That was Rocks, that was not SD. Okay, well, I guess I'm just Earthquaking now, right? Now, I should keep this alive. And go... Well, he's just going to Defog here, which is a problem. I guess I'll just Earthquake on the Defog. Okay, so at least we keep our Rocks up, which is not going to help me at all, but... I'll go right here for the Thunderbolt. This is kind of problematic, I'm not going to lie. But Thunderbolt's my play right here. Because I can't U-turn and let him Defog. Goes Hard Cure him. On Sub-Zero Slammer, I bring out Ferrothorn. That puts me in a bad spot against Greninja. Okay, what am I winning with? Lele is my win con. He has 2 Steel types. Knocks me out. I shall go Diancie here. And click Power Gem. I'm in a terrible spot right now. Yeah, that early game was pretty bad. I misclicked, but that's the second misclick this live, right? Didn't I misclick something else? It was Gran. Yeah, I can't do anything to Gran. I mean, Koko will live one. Yeah, Koko will live one, I think. As he has Surf, okay, so actually another guy who runs Surf Grand, that's pretty cool. I'll go right here for actually a U-turn is fine. As he goes Heatran. So against Heatran here, what I can do is go Diancie. And then I'm going to Hidden Power Fire here, expecting Scissor. Because he needs this for my Lele, right? Okay, so I catch Scissor, which is cool. I still don't know if it'll be enough for the late game. I mean, I can win if I get rid of Heatran, is the main thing. So I gotta get rid of Battle Bond right here. And then go Lele now. And I gotta hit a Focus Blast onto the incoming Heatran. Nice. So I think I actually have a chance now, which is pretty funny. That's actually very funny. I'm not gonna stay in, though. It was Lando. So if he gives me damage on this, then I think I guarantee the win. So let's just go for Magma Storm. He's probably Scarf then. Let's go here into this and click Moonblast. Sacks that off. Goes Feeny to get damage off on me. Goes for Scald, okay. So if I actually win this game, that would be like very funny, but I don't think I do. Maybe. I need this Tapu Fini weekend though for my Lele. Nothing lives Moonblast though, like if he takes damage on Lando right here, then it won't live, and if he takes damage on Feeny, it won't live. So I feel like he has to sack Gran. But he gives me damage on this, which I don't get at all, because now I think I just win with Moonblast. Unless he's actually not Scarf Lando, but I think he is. Because he can't stall out enough terrain turns, I don't think, so... Here's the Lando. He was Z. No, he was Explosion. Okay, that's a good set. So I actually nearly brought that back, but... I mean, I made the good prediction against the Scissor, but it was really the early game that set me so far back that I couldn't win at that point, but... That was still pretty entertaining. I really enjoyed that one, and I'll be right back with the one final game. Okay, I got the next game right here, probably going to be our last. We are currently sitting at 3-2. Looks like it might turn into 3-3 just because Excadrill, no Earthquake switching yet. So, I mean, I probably should put like a Lando over Garchomp, but I mean, Garchomp's so fun. It's not a Pokemon you see too often. I'm gonna lead Garchomp here, as there's the key lead. I'm just gonna hope he doesn't go for Magnet Rise right away and go for Earthquake. Because he can't really Thunder Wave me, right? So the problem is I don't know how I deal with Drill under Sand. I need to like chip it down with a few other things, like for example my Ferrothorn's Iron Barbs. And then like I go Diancie, he actually Toxics me, and I get rid of him. So I mean that's an okay start. Still don't see how I deal with Drill though. Goes Volcarona. This will go down to Devastating Drake, right? It actually lived. So that's pretty unfortunate. I think my way to knock this out is with my Heatran. So yeah, there's a Shattered Psyche. I guess he probably has HP Ground, but I'll go for a Magma Storm. Okay, so he doesn't have HP Ground, or else he would have probably clicked it by now, right? Okay, he goes for Psychic. So we get rid of 2 Pokemon. Still don't see how I deal with Sand, though. Like, I mean, I guess the way of dealing with it now is keeping Garchomp at that amount of health. But it's probably Z anyway. So I'm going to taunt this to prevent rocks, as he just blows me away. Okay. I completely understand why you did that. Do you have Fire-type attack? Wow, and he crit it. I needed that damage for my Diancie's Moonblast. That's what I was trying to do, but, I mean, it didn't happen. Goes Hard Drill. Yeah, this is over. Just Earthquake me. I unfortunately did not have any weather matchups, and I faced 2 weather teams, like, both Sand and Rain. He actually SDs though, so... I mean, I guess it's still over, right? Yeah, actually, now that guarantees it being over, because it was definitely Smooth Rock. So he's gonna click, what, Earthquake here? There's nothing I can do right here. I guess we'll see. Maybe he'll choke at some point. There's an Earthquake. I mean, yeah, and he's Smooth Rock, so... Yeah, it's over. Unfortunately, I knew right at Team Preview I couldn't deal with this, so... I mean, optimal thing is adding a Rocky Helmet Lando over the Garchomp, but I really like Garchomp, so I'll go ahead and roll with that. And that's going to be the live. Unfortunately, we had a really strong start, I believe 2-0, and then we ended up finishing 3-3, but it is what it is. I did hope you guys enjoyed regardless, and once again, the team will be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. Feel free to change the Garchomp to a Lando, but I definitely prefer the Garchomp variant just because it's more unique. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Later.